Good morning. Welcome to Anzac Day. Well, this version of Anzac Day anyway. It is 12:30 in the morning, Anzac morning, and we're about to commence stepping off from our start point a little way over here to do a pack march for 18 kilometres from just outside the township of Conondale all the way up the range into Maleny. The objective being to attend the dawn service at 4:28 this morning and to carry 18 kilometres to just mark the end of the First World War, being 1918. A lot of people do Anzac Day in different ways. This is just what came to mind this year for me. I haven't been to Anzac dawn services or any other ceremonies for about getting close to 10 years. I got a bit jaded with all that as a veteran because of the fanfare that started to kick in with it all, and all the political and cultural devices that were being launched against it in different ways. Anyway, this year I thought I'd do something different because I fundamentally believe that as an Australian we need to maintain our cultural identity, particularly in the current atmosphere, and key events on our calendar such as Anzac Day need to be attended so that we can actually retain them. So that's part of the purpose. When I'm walking 18 kilometres up a range, not to prove anything to anyone because no one knows I'm doing this. I'm doing this because to me it's a mark of respect. It marks the year that the First World War, the Great War, which doesn't really seem like there's much great about it. Bloody great mess and a great waste of life. However, in 1918, on the 11th of November, at the 11th hour, the armistice was signed, agreed, and that war ended. 60 million men had been mobilised to fight in that conflict. 9 million on both sides lost their lives. Complete waste of humanity. So anyone who's got any ideas that Anzac Day commemorates war should probably think again, because this walk that I'm doing today is about peace. And I think anyone who's seen war with their own eyes, not on a TV or a movie screen or anything else, will probably say the same thing. When you see the cost of the tragedy and the cost, just the absolute waste that wars sort of create, it is a sobering thing. It takes any glamour or any sense of pride and gung-ho-ness right out of a man, because that's not very pretty, and there's things that happen in those places, they're not pretty. But that's the way the world is. Humanity has yet to evolve beyond the pettiness of life, the conflict of life, the sense of lack, that I lack something so much I need to go and take it off someone else, and the sense of control, that I have to be in control of everyone else, otherwise I feel less. So hopefully humanity will shake that low vibration off at some point. So for me today, this morning, it's a beautiful moon above, and I'm walking through nice cooling fog in the beautiful farmlands in southeast Queensland. hoping today, for me, this is just a, well, I guess you'd call it a spiritual journey, but just a walk. It's a route march. Route marches can be quite meditative for those of you who have undertaken it at some point. Any ex-infantrymen out there would know exactly what I'm talking about. You just get in a zone, you just walk. It becomes a moving meditation. So there's likely to be a bit of that later on. And right now, I'm just enjoying the peace and quiet of being the only human being awake this entire area, which is awesome. So my plan here is I'm doing a route march, and a route march is about, well, it's a very infantry thing to do, but soldiers generically, but infantry very specifically, special forces not accepted. We spend a lot of time with a pack, a ruck, on our backs, and we just walk. We hump. Waltzing Matilda, you could say. That's what we do. So rather than do Anzac Day in any other way, I thought for me this year it was going to be reliving that experience of a fairly significant, fairly arduous route march, and I'll culminate it with the dawn service in Mullaney at the RSL. Not hoping to prove anything to anyone. This is not about that. This is just about doing it. As I said, everyone celebrates Anzac Day in their own way. I think Australians at the moment take it a bit too liberally. It's just another day off, without really fully appreciating how costly this day came to us. So when we talk about giving it up, I think we need to think again. We need to fully understand what it means, not just to veterans, but to Australians per se. It's a very significant day. So 18 kilometres with 18 kilos on my back. Sometimes things like this just remind us a bit of sleep deprivation, a bit of physical labour, a bit of inconvenience. They remind us that the cost of living in this country, with the relative freedoms we still enjoy, came at a price, and a price that we should respect deeply and honour ourselves as a free people. So that's why I'm walking today, just in case anyone's interested. So I'm going to cover some more kilometres and we'll talk again soon. Alright, we've beaten the range. Pretty flat from here in, but another 10 k's to walk yet. It's 2:30, so plenty of time to stroll in. So as I have been walking for the last hour or so quietly, enjoying this beautiful place, this beautiful night, more things to reflect upon. One of the things I did in my service was a humanitarian gig up into Papua New Guinea way back in about 1998, following a big tsunami disaster up there. That was a pretty intense gig. Lots and lots and lots and lots of people lost their lives there, and my small team was up there supporting the medical effort that the ADF launched. Because I was a linguist at that time and a medic, as in a patrol medic, so I got to do some very crazy things. But I just want to give a shout out to all one talk man. Plenty pela man na meri na pikinini imi dai finish long this pelap. Mi sorry still mi look mior. Mi look mior. So it's a walk of reflection, isn't it? Just a walk. Walk in the dark, walk in the night. And like all things associated with the military, for those of you who have been in the military, everything happens in the middle of the damn night. You always get up early, walk in the dark to get somewhere before the sun comes up. Just like those who went before us, and no doubt those that come after us. Hello folks, we have reached Mullaney. I'm just making my way down to the RSL now, and that's that, job done. Lots of time to reflect and remember wherever you are. I hope you have a good Anzac Day. I hope you remember what it's all about, not just a public holiday. And thank you very much for joining me on this walk of remembrance, lest we forget.